right, today on the channel we have probably one of the coolest toys ever featured on the channel. This is from New Wave Toys. This is their 1/6 scale replica Zoltar Speaks machine. Now, these fortune-telling machines have been around since the 1930s, very popular. However, this one became a piece of cinematic history as well as just pop culture Americana, thanks to the 1988 movie Big. As always, shout out to New Wave Toys for doing an excellent job on their collector-friendly packaging. The outer box comes with another box that looks like, a standard shipping container, which is really, really cool. And of course, we have our main packaging with Zoltar front and center. Side, we got little call-outs for the look, sounds, and works because this is fully animated with head, eyes, mouth, and arm movements. You got your legalese as well as your features on the back. Keep in mind this is a 1/6 scale, so you see right there 12.2 inches tall. However, it does have all the normal bells and whistles that you would expect. It dispenses tickets, it takes coins, has all the fortunes that you would absolutely know and love if you're familiar with the Zoltar machine. Specifically, you got 55 different printed ticket fortunes as well as the 16 verbal phrases that Zoltar is pre-recorded to say. So inside the box, you have the glorious machine itself. Look at that beauty. Like I said, 12 inches tall, very, very cool. Got the nice gold accents all along the side, up and down, nice trim. Tickets dispensing right there. It's your coin mechanism right here. You put the actual coins in there, start her up. Here's your action button, your start button, if you will. Around back, we have our USB-C charging port. We have an outlet for our Faux power cord. We have our volume wheel, speaker of course, and then we have our settings here. So we have the attract mode, the infrared mode, and then off. Now if you turn it all the way on to attract mode, push the button, it'll give you a brief description, then you'll have to push coins in there to get it to pop back up or activate, or you'll have to push this button. Now, if you put it in IR mode, every time you wave your hand or walk in front of old Zoltar here, he will pop up, do his little attract mode where he tries to get you to put money in the machine to give a full-fledged fortune. And that's how it really works. It kind of, gives you a little bit, kind of like a drug dealer, gives you a little taste of the fortune-telling experience, but if you want the full kit and caboodle with the ticket dispensing and a lengthy automated speech fortune, then you got to put in the tokens and or push the button again to really get it going. And don't worry about ticket dispensing because you do get some extras with the package inside the box. So first and foremost, you get your standard little instruction manual. Looks just like the front there. Basically, all this is really good for is telling you how to change the ticket dispensing wheel, which is not really complicated. You get your mini little replica quarters. We have our, as mentioned previously, Faux power cord, as well as a secondary wheel of tickets. Now, if you want to change those, come over here, open this door, you see this wheel, and remove this screw, and then you can go in there and change out the wheel of tickets. I find it pretty easy to manipulate these tickets as they come out. There's a little lever right here, hold it down, you can pull the tickets out as you wish, or you can put them back in as you wish. They're all perforated, you can tear them off, collect them if you wish, but for me personally, I'm just gonna keep them on the wheel as they are. But very handy. Like I said, I don't even find myself really necessarily needing to remove that. I just load and unload using that mechanism right here. But I should mention right out of the box, I did have slight issues with my Zoltar. Namely, for whatever reason, his little necklace, his gold chain there, it got lodged underneath his neck hole there, and it was preventing him from really having that fully articulated mouth movement. So I did have to take out the screws on the back panel here, which is not complicated at all. Remove it, and then pull that chain out of his throat to get him to be able to move his jaw up and down and get to look into where he didn't look as silly. But if you're a fan of Seinfeld, you'll definitely appreciate his super puffy shirt. But real fabric on the curtains, real fabric on his his vest, his shirt, and everything. We got RGB light there on his crystal ball. We got some tarot cards down here. Got some gold quarters. We've got a genie lamp. I mean, this thing looks 100% authentic. I absolutely applaud them for their just absolutely killer replication of the details. You got the fringe. One thing people will probably complain about is the amount of specks and dust and you know, just particles inside the plastic here. A lot of that has to do with, you know, you're dealing with actual fabric. You get those little bitty dust bunnies. You can take the back panel off, get yourself a microfiber cloth and, you know, wipe it off. Problem solved. If you don't want to do that, I don't even notice the dust particles while it's, you know, off right now. It's when I turn it on and the back lamps light up that really kind of makes it super prominent, but to each their own. Deal with it how you wish. It's kind of an unavoidable thing. Like I said, we got all these fabric materials being used inside, and that's naturally just going to create little dust particles and dust bunnies, especially with this thing moving around. So enough talking about it. Let's see it in action.
You may have heard this, but Zoltar is here to tell you you can believe it. Age is simply a matter of mind. If you don't mind, then my friend, it doesn't matter. So go on, be carefree like a little baby. But first, give Zoltar a little money, and I will give you a fortune. My name is Zoltar the Gypsy, and I have some words of wisdom to bring you much happiness. As you travel through this life, remember this. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Go ahead and let Zoltar tell you more.
And for a quick comparison, this is what I had before this showed up. This was my great Zoltan, not Zoltar, Zoltan machine that I got from FAO Schwartz probably about 7 years ago. Definitely not as cool. Obviously smaller in scale, doesn't dispense tickets or anything, but it does have the look of the original Zoltar machine from Big. You got the wheel here, his eyes light up and his head would move. Mine, the head broke, head doesn't move anymore, but
the stars will align
as you can see,
moon.
the lights do come on his eyes.
Finally be. Yes.
And he does give you random fortunes, but this was as good as we got for a long time. The fact that New Wave Toys was able to do this, do it so freaking well, I'm just blown away with this. Like, I ordered this January like 13th, 2023, so it's been a while. It took a long time for it to show up, but I paid less than $100 for this ship. That's right, it was like $79.99 plus shipping. That is an absolute freaking bargain for this. I mean, this thing is killer. Lights up, fully animated eyes. I mean, for as small as it is, it's incredible that they got this to work so well. Even if it didn't dispense tickets, I'd be blown away. Like, just the moving of the eyes blows me away. The jaw, the hand, we got, you know, the RGB light here. So many cool features on this beautiful thing. And the fact that it was less than $100 is just killer. Absolutely killer. And I mean, they were cool enough to throw in extra tickets. I mean, this thing is absolutely an amazing, cool toy, no pun intended. I mean, this is as neat as it gets, especially if you're a fan of the movie. Like I said, this just absolutely must be in your collection. If you're, you know, an arcade fan, a gaming fan, just, you know, any kind of person that loves this sort of, you know, kitschy Americana, you need this. Fortunately, right now, New Wave Toys is just now shipping out the pre-orders. Once they get all the pre-orders squared away, they typically open it up to allow more people to order them. But big step up from Zoltan. Zoltar, you are probably my absolute favorite New Wave Toys product released to date.